So we may want to put one of these smoother, flatter pieces of meat on top of this and do kind of a sandwich, because obviously this is showing a little bit too much contour even after I've flattened it out. So we could put another layer of it to kind of simulate the fat layer. We could theoretically have him tearing at it, but the tensile strength is pretty strong, so I think we definitely need to use some of the inhibitor that I have in order to weaken even the 0.30, which I think is what you had. Once he starts cranking at it with a knife, we'll get a hole in there. We'll be able to tear. And then he can push his way through and really dig. All right, once he's able to dig through that first layer, which of course our square will be bigger than that. Once he's able to dig through that first layer, then we can have him tear into another layer. And at this point he can actually pull bits of meat out. Because he's desperately trying to get this thing out of him. I think the more layers the better. And then we can finally get down to the bottom layer where we really tear down into, you know, bits of meat, pulling stuff. And of course we'll have our screen underneath here, which is what will push the artifactum through. And the more layers the better. So I've got this full layer that we pounded out, sutured down, and you can see that the sutures hold really well. So we'll be able to crank and tear at this stuff as much as we want without it budging where we don't want it to budge. And then he can get down into the deeper layers and really start tearing some stuff up. But I think we need at least 2 or 3 layers of the thinner cut stuff, like what I have here, and 1 layer of the fascia with all the connective tissue in it to actually simulate like the rectus abdominis before he gets down into it, and then the orb comes out.